was superseding that original text, because he was saying, myself as a prophet of God who has gone through the process of understanding and refining my ability to receive revelation, the Spirit is telling me this is the more pure translation. This is the more accurate context of what was being revealed to those earlier prophets of that day. And so it's a yet another example of, we as members of the church have to understand what the Lord is doing and what he's building. He is not building something to directly fight or combat the temporal Babylon. That's not what he's doing. We're not fighting on the same playing field. We're not fighting on the same level. He is building something higher than that. And his purposes are truth. That's what he seeks, truth. That's what we're building, is his kingdom, are his ways. We don't have to worry about getting pulled down into these temporal Babylonian arguments. That's not what Joseph was here for. That's not what our prophet today is here for. There will always be things in the church that we may have difficulty explaining if we try to do it from the world's perspective. But that's not what we need to focus on. We must focus on the Lord's way and the Lord's purposes. And that was just a microcosm of what you're talking about here, is we and what the Lord is doing is not focused on revealing things according to the world's understanding. He's focused on revealing things according to truth, to light, and of celestial ways. That's the focus that he's worried about.
And the translation of the Bible, and even the translation of the book of Abraham, this was all happening leading up to the reestablishment of the temple. Okay. And I'm going to share some personal understanding that I've received here as well. That to me is very profound. But what I see, because we have Joseph Smith, right? We have 3 temple liturgies that have been revealed. We have the Old Testament, Genesis. We have the book of Moses, which was Joseph's translation of Genesis. And then we have Abraham, right? These are 3 creation narratives, like 3 temple liturgies that have been revealed. And they present the temple narrative through different lenses. We have Old Testament, we have Genesis, which is a temple narrative under the lens of the law of sacrifice, animal sacrifice, okay? Then we have the book of Moses, Joseph Smith's inspired translation, which gives us a temple narrative, a temple liturgy under the lens of the law of the gospel, the terrestrial law that Jesus Christ introduced. Okay, so now we have Adam and Eve going through the garden, but now they're being taught the doctrine of the Son, the order of the Son, a higher order, higher priesthood order, the gospel. Then we have the book of Abraham, which was revealed, which is definitely presenting more like higher themes, celestial themes, right? It aligns more with future state understanding, right? Celestial, like ideas that are true, but a step above the direct gospel that Jesus taught, like a deeper, greater, broader understanding. And it aligns with this dispensation, right? It gives us these greater truths, aligning with, right, this dispensation, our testament, the Doctrine and Covenants, which is clearly a lens of consecration, the law of consecration. That's what Joseph Smith, above anything, like that's his contribution to the covenant path, is the full global introduction of the law of consecration, which is what we enter into ultimately in the temple. So you have these, like, it's like, this is why I get so upset when people try to say, oh, it's he translate, like the Egyptian lines up. Like, that's not what Joseph Smith was doing. Joseph Smith, he was restoring like orders of the priesthood, right? Thank you for watching. If you found this content spiritually enlightening, please like, comment, and subscribe.
Like the gospel, these little things make all the difference, and it helps the algorithm push out better content for everyone to enjoy on YouTube.